Hello guys, welcome to another day with Zimaleta, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Mercedes Sprinter wiring harness. If you guys have been keeping up with my videos, you've seen a lot of videos. I've been trying to hunt this one problem down that was throwing a code that one of the fuel injectors was not working. Basically, it's this harness right here. There's a lot to it. If it looks complicated to you, that's because it is. And I hate to say that. I like to make everything as simple as possible. These little connectors, they're the ones that's going to the fuel injectors. And normally, this would sit something like this on top of the engine. Of course, you don't see no head. It's just a block in here. The reason I'm showing it to you guys here, because it's going to be a lot easier to understand, kind of like what I'm going to try to explain to you guys. Obviously, this wiring harness is responsible for a lot of stuff, a lot of electronics, and if something goes wrong along the harness, well, then you're going to have a problem. And the problem you're going to have is with the engine just shutting off, and then once you actually throw, like read the codes and stuff, why did it do that? And it's gonna say something along the lines of I can't remember like the exact words, but it's definitely gonna tell you it's a circuit type of code for fuel injector number 3 or 4, and sometimes it's gonna throw you random ones, where the problem is. Okay, and if you kind of look closely here, like some of these green wires here, they are for the fuel injectors, and if you kind of look over here, there's that green, and there it is over there. And there's the blue one for the injectors, and kind of like the purple. But anyways, you get the idea. Obviously, it's running through here, And for a while there, I was not able to find out, like, why was my van shutting off. Here's the rubber piece right here. This usually kind of sits kind of like on the side of the engine to kind of, I guess, to prevent vibrations from wearing your wiring harness out. Mine was not quite on that good, so maybe it contributed to the problem. This wiring harness is not going to be a simple remove and replace, and I mean, maybe it is. Okay, you be the judge of it. I just never done it, so it looks a little bit complicated. But anyways, before the video, I tried to get this this wiring harness loose from all the zip ties and stuff. That way you could kind of see like where it's coming from. And normally it would not be all untied like this. Okay, it had similar stuff, like you see that black type of tape on it. It's kind of like I don't know, like material type of tape, I don't know. But anyways, it held all of the stuff together. Okay, and the reason I have undone that is, to inspect the wiring to see if there's any damage here or anything like that, even though this is a used one. And also I was curious to see maybe it plugs in somewhere all on the circuit, because once I trace the circuit down, of course it kind of goes here, and it kind of this piece plugs in over there, and if you pull on it, you will see that little plasticky thing. Let me show you what it looks like on the other side. This thing here, okay, obviously this plugs into the computer, and then you kind of, it's kind of hard to do, but anyways, you pull this little thing out, and it basically allows you to insert it, and then you push it in, and it kind of locks things in place. But anyways, if you're gonna try to squeeze that wire through that hole, and I just washed my hands, but I want to show you something. Obviously it's not gonna fit, okay, and I'm pretty sure that you guys already kind of figured it's not gonna fit, but I had to kind of do it anyways. But here's what I'm kind of thinking, guys, that I bet this somehow you could take it apart. And I've never taken apart one of these before, but obviously somebody put this thing together at the factory or whatever, and it's obvious that you could take it apart. Now I don't want to yank every wire out of there and then try to put them in place. I do believe that little white type of place where all the wiring, that should come out separately, and the black one should come out separately. I don't know the best solution to do it, you know, how to do it and stuff. Like usually, I'm gonna figure it out, and I will first snap this type of zip tie. I wanted to kind of leave it in place so you guys could see it for this video, but I'm gonna snap it and I'm gonna figure out, see if I could remove something that's maybe holding it and somehow pull it out in two pieces. Basically, guys, I bought a Mercedes engine, okay, from Mercedes, and they've installed an engine into my Mercedes and stuff, and I was under the impression it came with a new wire, and I would not be able to like really understand why would they even reuse my old wiring harness. Now, I could be wrong, but I was kind of thinking I got a brand new wiring harness, and I definitely for sure could tell you I got a brand new wiring harness, because my wiring harness was kind of messed up along this type of wiring here. See, like it's going like this way. Somebody has broken this plastic thing, and they basically tapped every single wire in there. I guess they were trying to hunt the problem down, and apparently, you know, they messed it up. And that stuff, when I got it, it was already like a little bit corroded. So I had some codes that I could never get rid of on my Sprinter. It's still drivable, still doing pretty good, but I had some codes that just would never go away. Okay. Oh yeah, getting back to it, you know, of course in my videos I was telling you guys that I had this issue with my wiring harness, I mean with my van shutting off, and some of you guys said, well, it's your wiring harness. So you know, it's a pretty good guess, or maybe some of you guys already kind of, you know, knew a little bit more than I did, and I would not be surprised. The way I consider my channel to be is it's basically kind of like a Sprinter forum. I share what I know, and I welcome feedback. And you know, if you guys know more than me, you know, feel free, you know, to put that in the comments below. I don't mind. Anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to remove this wiring harness. And I know this video is kind of getting kind of long, but I want to share that as much as possible. And in this video, I want to go ahead and some of you guys, if you watch this long, I want to show you where the crankshaft sensor is. There it is right there. And this sensor, guys, it's very hard to remove. Let me find a sensor to it. Yeah, here's the plug, that sensor, and it plugs in. It plugs in like this. Okay, I just snapped it in, and it's such a stupid design that if you climb underneath the van, first of all, there's not enough room, and when you're going to be feeling around on it, it's just really hard to remove, because first of all, when you're underneath it, you're gonna try to kind of feel for, you know, this little latch, and this little latch is kind of hiding back here, and as you can see, I'm pressing on it and it's hardly doing anything. I don't understand why some of these latches have to be so difficult to try to remove. It's so easy to break them. I believe actually there's another latch that's just as bad. But obviously, guys, it's not a simple replacement of this wire, you know. And it's probably going to be expensive, you know, to try to buy it. So what I've done on mine to kind of prevent this problem from happening, I've loosened it a little bit so it doesn't, you know, have any contact with an engine or anything like that. So maybe it's going to prevent the problems. I guess if it gets too bad, I'll probably have to just replace it maybe with this used one here. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit a like if you like this type of videos. I really try, this is more like an informative type of video about the electrical. I do want to touch base on every little thing as possible. So I hope you guys appreciate it, because I wish somebody showed me this when I was messing with this a while ago and didn't know nothing about them. But anyways, guys, good luck with your printer. And in next videos, I'll be, of course, still continuing working on my other printer projects. So see you guys later. Bye bye.